James and I, the producer, were talking about segments of the show and how to make the show fun. We had a lot of real estate calls yesterday that were coming in with Jade, our Ramsey personality, and I were hosting. And James was like, man, it'd be cool, Rachel, if your husband came in and answered some of these real estate questions. And I thought, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll text and ask him. So I was like, babe, would you come in and do an hour of the show and talk about real estate on the Ramsey Show? And you said?
Sure. Oh, no, I said, let me think about it.
Let me think about it. So we talked last night. So I roped him in, you guys. This is a first. But I really did want to have this discussion because we talk about building wealth a lot on this show. And for a lot of people, especially our age, and things I see on social media, Instagram, TikTok, all the stuff, investment real estate is something that people really are interested in. And they think it's kind of this get rich quick. And you see these numbers of these Instagram influencer financial people. And they're like, oh yeah, just go and borrow a bunch here and get some rental houses and get some tenants in. And it's passive income. It's like the easiest thing ever. I make so much money every month doing that. And I'm sitting there always listening, knowing what you go through when it comes to rentals and real estate, because you have your license, you have a brokerage, you've been doing real estate for how long?
10, 12 years.
10, 12 years, yeah. Through development and having tenants and all of that. So
yeah.
I kind of want to...
Actually, I used to interrupt this show while Dave was doing it, and I'd run downstairs and pitch him a deal while he was on air back in 2012 days.
Yeah.
And it's full circle now. So now I get to deliver all of the mistakes and wisdom that you want to know.
That's it. Okay, but just to debunk the high level myth that like it's just so easy. All you do is just have a renter and have passive income, and that's it. It's mailbox money.
Yeah. No, I think the dream is easy, and that's what everybody gets sold on. Everybody gets sold on this lifestyle that they see or could imagine without having to necessarily work.
Yes.
And I think there's a correlation between COVID and the kind of passive income, quick money flip phase in culture, because I think it's kind of fed this, we can make life whatever we want it to be, and there doesn't have to be any pain associated with it.
Yes.
And as with most things in life, especially with money, there's nothing like that exists. Unless you win the lottery, and that's a lot of gas station pain. So, so it is I think the dream is easy, but actually getting to this point where you've got passive income takes a long time and a lot of work and a lot of headache, and you're going to have gray hairs, and you're going to go through a lot of crap to get there. And so it's just not what you see on Instagram. It's not what you see on LinkedIn. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time that sometimes your lifestyle may not be set up that way. And honestly, I don't know if that should be a part of your immediate goal. It's all dependent on your total financial picture, but it's not really an immediate goal that you need to just have this this income coming in the mailbox where you don't have to do anything, because it is way harder than that.
And the hard comes from you doing it all these years. Is it from finding the deal? Because that's one of the best ways to do that. If you get into real estate investing, once you have paid off your home, you have no debt, you have savings, retirement, you do all the baby steps. The pain, is it more on the front end of finding a good deal? Because you talk about that, buying a good deal on the front end. Or is it the pain of actually having the tenant and having to manage maintenance, the people, the rent, all of that?
Yeah, no, unless you're renting to a robot, it's all of it. So when we were buying things, it was every 30 offers you would get one contract, and of those 30 offers, most of them weren't great deals. And this was back in the recession in 2012 when people were begging for deals. They were begging for a cash offer, and it still took one out of every 30. So it takes a ton of time. You got to be in the newspapers looking for foreclosures. You got to be getting into the marketplace, making relationships with brokers that will send you deals. You got to be making relationships with title companies to make sure that you know and are aware of clear title when you're looking into something that could be very risky. So it's not a simple game, and it's not a risk-free game. It's very risky. It is a huge financial decision, but it should be a part of your overall financial picture, not the one thing, the silver bullet that allows you to not have to work.
Yes, because I think that's it. I think that's the lie that we constantly try to debunk on this show. Because again, we get these calls all the time of like, well, I saw this and this, and I want to, have some rental properties and all that. But I'm like, the amount of work, the amount of effort to even find the deal, like you're saying, it's a whole other set of knowledge, right? That you can learn. I mean, not that that you're not capable of it, but it's not this shoe-in, easy access, idea of investing.
Yeah.
It really does. It takes so much work on the front end. And then once you do it, again, we encourage all cash. So you're going to start small, move at the speed of cash. But then also too, the person in the house or in the condo or in the townhome that's renting, that's another risk, that if you go and take on debt and get a bunch of rental properties, those people that you're depending on to pay the mortgage plus maybe some more, that may not always happen.
Yeah. So I will say the other side of the coin is it's amazing. So I'm not saying, oh, this is all pain and terrible. It's amazing, but and it is doable. So your and I's first rental property was a condo for $42,000, and we saved up $42,000 and bought this 1-bedroom condo. And
it was not nice.
Oh,
it's gross.
It was awful. You put $10,000 into it and rented it out, and I thought I had made it. Like, I thought, this is it. And then you start cashing the checks, and you're like, oh, there's $700. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. $700. Next month, $700. Next month, the $700 came in, but the water heater broke.
That's right.
And then you start running that out, over, every 12 months, how much rental income how much rental income comes in, and then the actual expenses that it takes to run that thing, plus the amount of people you have to deal with, and all of that headache chasing rent. You're basically netting.
It's tough.
$1,000.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. The amount of work.
Now we did sell that condo 4 years ago for $125,000, and that's the beauty of it.
Right.
But again, it's long term and difficult.
Yeah. So we are for real estate. That's my dad's whole story. Obviously, that has helped with Ramsey Solutions. Was in real estate. He loves real estate. Married a guy who loves real estate. So we are all for it, but doing it the smart way, the right way, and just to debunk that it's not this just easy shoe-in passive income that it's made to be on social media.